You're listening to an AppleVis podcast.
Hey, AppleVisers, Tyler here, with a demonstration of the VoiceOver Text Checker on macOS. Text Checker is a feature that identifies common errors in typed text, such as misspellings, repeated spaces, and misplaced capital letters, things that could be easily missed if you are proofreading a document with VoiceOver speech. As there is no default VoiceOver command assigned to Text Checker, it must be accessed via the keyboard commander. By default, it is assigned to the letter D in Keyboard Commander, so if you have it enabled, you can hold down the right Option key and press the letter D in a text field to launch the Text Checker menus. If you already had a command assigned to the letter D, say prior to upgrading to macOS Ventura, Text Checker will not override that command, so you'll just need to assign a new command to Text Checker. At the time of recording, October 2022, there are several bugs and inconsistencies that users are reporting. For me, I can get it to identify misspellings and repeated spaces, but cannot get it to identify misplaced capital letters. Others have not gotten it to work at all, so your results may vary. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to create a new text edit document. I'm just going to ask Siri to open text edit on my Mac. Open text edit.
Text edit, open window, list view, table, has keyboard focus.
VO left.
New document button.
New document.
Untitled window, edit text.
Okay, and I'm going to type a sentence with some errors the Text Checker should identify.
T, J, delete J, H, I, S, space, I, S, space, A, space, T, E, S, T, space, O, F, space, T, E, X, T, space, H, E, C, K, E, R, R.
Okay, and if I press the down arrow key to read the sentence.
This is a test of Text Checker.
Sounds normal, something that speech would not pick up on. So I'm going to activate Text Checker now.
White space menu, 2 items, on item, 3 spaces in sentence. This 2 spaces a 3 space has of Text Checker.
Okay, so that's one.
Misspelled menu, 2 items, on item, checker, CHECKERRR in sentence. This is a test of Text Checker.
If I go down.
Checker, text, TEXXT in sentence. This is a test of Text Checker.
So I'm in the misspellings menu. So I'm at the first one. I press the up arrow key. And to focus on it, select it in the document. I'm just going to press return.
Text.
And the way this is supposed to work is I'm supposed to be able to press VO-Shift-M to open a context menu with spelling suggestions, similar to how it would work if you had pressed Command-semicolon to move to the next misspelling in the document and pressed VO-Shift-M. However, in my experience, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, so I'm just going to try it.
Menu. No guesses found. Dimmed.
No guesses found. So it did work that time with the word text. But if it didn't, what you would do is you would you would select the word with the Shift and Option key. You'd select it and then be able to press VO-Shift-M to reveal the context menu. So I'm going to get out of this context menu.
Edit. T, E, X, T, delete X.
And I'm deleted that. And if I get Text Checker back up, now that I've deleted that extra X.
Misspelled menu, 1 item, on item, checker, CHECKERRR in sentence. This is a test of Text Checker.
Press return.
Checker.
And press VO-Shift-M.
Menu. Look up, checker.
And it did not work this time, so I'm going to press escape to get out of the menu.
Edit text.
And
space.
Select the word checker with Option Shift right arrow.
Checker. Selected.
Press VO-Shift-M again.
Menu. Checker.
Checker. All right, that's a suggestion, so I'm going to press VO-W twice to hear it spelled.
Checker. CHECKER.
Yep, that's the one I want.
Checker.
All right, so I press returned, and now if I activate Text Checker again.
White space menu, 2 items, on item, 3 spaces in sentence. This 2 spaces a 3 space has of Text Checker.
Okay, so if I press right arrow or left arrow, notice it plays the command not supported sound. That's because there are no other menus present, because there are no other errors that it's identifying. So the only types of errors that it sees in this document are repeated spaces, or white space as it calls it. So I'm going to press the down arrow key.
Two spaces in sentence. This 2 spaces a 3 space has of Text Checker.
Okay, So it's 2 spaces. So this 2 space is a test. So I'm press return. And in my experience, I've found that after pressing return and using the arrow key, the left and right arrow keys, it sometimes moves by word rather than by character as expected. If it does this for you, just press a modifier key like the option key, and you should be able to navigate normally with the left and right arrow keys by character.
Space. I.
And notice there were 2 spaces when I hit the right arrow key. So if I delete one of them.
Delete space.
And go left.
Space. S. I. H. T.
This.
T. A. I. S. Is.
This.
I. Space.
Space.
I. S.
Is. And if I get text checker again.
White space menu. 1 item. 1 item. 3 spaces in sentence. This is a 3-space test of text checker.
Okay. 3 space. Because I had 3 spaces where there should only be 1. So I'm going to press return. And with the arrow keys.
A. Test.
Oops.
Test.
Had that bug. So I'm going to press the option key to clear it out.
Space.
So 3 spaces. I don't need 3 spaces. So I'm just going to delete.
Delete 8.
2 of them.
Space. Delete space. Space. Delete space. A. Space. T. E. At T.
Okay, so now there's only 1 space, and I don't believe there are any more errors in the document. To verify, I'll just use text checker again. And it played the nothing found sound, meaning that the document, as far as text checker knows, is free of errors. So that's a brief overview of text checker. It is a little quirky now, but if Apple can improve it, I can see it having a place in my workflow in the future. But if you don't want to use text checker, but want to be able to, in particular, detect repeated spaces in a document, you can use VoiceOver utility to configure VoiceOver to announce when there are more than 1 space in a document. So to do this, I'm going to open VoiceOver utility with VO F8. If you're using a Mac with a touch bar, that's a VO Globe 8.
Opening VoiceOver utility. VoiceOver utility, window, utility categories, table, general, selected, has keyboard focus.
There's V for verbosity.
Verbosity.
VO right, text.
Speech, braille, text, tab, selected.
VO right.
And now, hidden punctuation, sum, repeated punctuation, first 3 times, repeated spaces, do nothing, repeated spaces, pop-up button.
So I have this set to do nothing, but you can choose to...
Menu check, speak with count.
Speak with count, so it would say like this 2 space is a test of 3 space text checker, meaning if it says 2 space, there are 2 spaces. If it says 3 space, before there are 3 spaces. And
play tone.
You can also have it play a tone. Now, keep in mind that with this setting, it will report multiple spaces, both in the things you write and things that others write, and in the interfaces of apps and websites, which can be overly verbose, I've found. So if you want to use this setting for word processing, I'd recommend creating a separate word processing activity so that it works when you are writing a document and want to proofread it, but is set to do nothing when you are otherwise using your Mac. So that's a demonstration of text checker, as well as that little bonus feature for VoiceOver to announce repeated spaces without needing to use text checker. Again, it is a little quirky right now, but hopefully Apple improves it, because I do think it has potential in improving word processing abilities on macOS, making the platform more desirable to people who are writing complex documents or want a little more power, a little more power user functionality in the operating system, and particularly in VoiceOver. I hope you found this demonstration helpful. Peace.
This AppleVis podcast has been brought to you by the community of applevis.com. For the latest in resources and tips and tricks to get you the best experience from your Apple device, visit www.applevis.com.